Hey all, this is NTom, and welcome to the HellfireComms playthrough of Resident Evil for the PlayStation 1. It's about time we had a fucking horror playthrough on this channel, the DualShock version as well. Oh, Charlie, you're spoiling us. Yes, I do have the gaming Brit with us here. He actually recorded the game.
I was about to say, you said Resident Evil, but don't you mean Resident Evil Director's Cut DualShock trademark version? That's the one we're doing today.
Biohazard, that's what all the cool kids call it. Isn't that what Resident Evil 7 was actually called? Resident Evil 7 Biohazard? Or am I completely forgetting?
It's complicated. I think Resident Evil's a better name than Biohazard. I think Biohazard's a bit generic, you know? I don't know about you.
It explains, like, the conceit in a nutshell. We're in a residence that's pretty malevolent. You know, there's zombies and whatnot bopping about. But why'd you choose the first game when there's, like, Resident Evil 4, 5, 6, and 7 out there, mate?
Because it's the shortest one, we can get it over with quickly. So.
Hey, I like your reasoning.
I spent, like, an entire month, like, chronicling everything that's in this game. So it's the one I know back to front now. So it's... you know, figured it'd be the easiest one to do. Going back to your point about Resident Evil 7, if you want me to explain that little bit trivia.
Please.
As Resident Evil is called Biohazard in Japan, that's what the franchise is called, and over here it's called Resident Evil. So for Resident Evil 7, they gave it the subtitle Biohazard in the West, and in Japan they called it Biohazard 7, then the subtitle was Resident Evil, so... that wasn't confusing when the game was announced.
I think we need another AVGN chronologically confused or some shit. These FMVs are amazing, by the way.
Have you seen these? Have you seen them before?
Not all the way through, no. My like history with Resi is mostly limited to, like, I played a bit of the remake, got to the Crimson Heads, put it down because I was too scared. But I have played and beaten Resident Evil 4 multiple times. That is one of my top 10 games of all time.
You're one of those people then. You're one of those Resi 4 babies. Come to talk the talk on the classics.
Hey man, the other games don't have bingo, okay? They don't have your small time, etc.
Yeah, no Crimson Heads in this version. You'll be happy to hear.
Oh, good.
That was a remake edition. There was a bit of a communication breakdown between us actually, because like you were waiting for me to send you the footage for this. And I sent it over and you were like, wait, this isn't remake.
this isn't HD.
I mean, I said Resident Evil. I mean, I'm sorry if...
Well, you weren't wrong, because the remake isn't called Resi Remake, it's just called Resident Evil. Oh man, this acting. What? The dogs sound like Godzilla. What's going on here?
This is the censored version too, I believe.
Oh.
Only the PC version has the uncensored color edition of these sequences. This is all vastly important knowledge that you'll take with you to your grave.
Oh, it's that type of playthrough. We die at the end of it. Okay, let's see who we're working with here. We got Chris, punches boulders.
This was before these people were memes, okay? Okay, Tom? This was like, they were serious characters in a serious video game.
Why can't we have her in the fucking Resident Evil movies instead of Mila Jovovich? She seems like a gal who can get shit done. Don't know who this is. I think that was a Pat from Two Best Friends, actually.
I think the Jill actress is like 17 in these clips. Like, I don't know, I think they just, you know... got her from some high school in Japan to be in these sequences, which they filmed in like a weekend.
It's schlocky, but it's very endearing kind of schlock, you know?
It's ironically good. Don't give me that shit, Tom. This is Kino material we're watching, right?
Okay, Mr. /TV/ let's just talk about the game, shall we? What's the general conceit of Resident Evil /Biohazard Resident Evil?
Conceit? Like what it's about?
Yeah.
Okay, it's about a mansion with zombies in it.
Okay.
They went... this is Alpha Team. Bravo Team went in earlier and they disappeared, and now we're going to go find them. Find them in a manner of speaking, of course.
In a manner of speaking. Nice.
Oh, shit.
Oh, just fucking roll credits now. We're done. Da-da-da-da!
By the way, you can't skip cutscenes in this game, which is quite annoying, because some of them go on... Like people talk about them being corny, but it's way more annoying that you just can't skip them and they go on for like 10 minutes at a time. You restart this game to speedrun it. You gotta watch this shit. Just gotta deal with it.
Wonderful pre-rendered backgrounds already, I gotta say.
Oh yes, magnifique. Do a little Italian. Yeah.
Mwah, yes. You waiting for part 5 as well, mate?
If we get into that, we'll be here all day.
Yeah, let's save that for a later part. JoJo is the emergency commentary material.
Like, five minutes into the setup of Resident Evil, it's like, yeah, but like, Charlie, let's talk about some JoJo for a bit.
What is this?
Come on, get immersed.
I am immersed.
What is it?
There's blood on the floor. Well, there could be Ribena.
That blood looks like it's in a different plane of existence to the rest of the game.
It does actually. It looks like it's floating on the floor. I mean, we're expecting a serious survival horror playthrough, by the way.
No, man, we're going to be spooked by another 10 minutes. You'll be under the sheets and everything.
I've come to associate these, like, door opening things more with Luigi's Mansion than Resident Evil at this point.
Oh, okay.
It says more about me than it does about the game, let's put it that way.
I haven't played Luigi's Mansion, but I assume it's got some inspiration from Resident Evil. Like...
Oh, of course. That dude needs some fucking... He needs some skin ointment.
Some Vaseline. I didn't even mention we're playing as Jill. We're doing a Jill playthrough, because, no, she's way easier to beat the game as Jill. So... I'm not really attempting a speedrun. I'm just going. I'm going through the game as quick as possible, and to do that, play as Jill. She's got more weapons. She's got Barry with her, who helps a lot actually.
Okay.
In Chris's campaign, you just get Rebecca, who, you know, not quite as capable as Barry.
Oh, Rebecca Chambers from Resi Zero.
Yeah. Well, from Resi 1, technically. Because this is the first game.
Okay, Charlie. Mr. Pedant. Jesus. If I remember it correctly, Rebecca also has a lockpick, doesn't she? So she doesn't have to search for keys as much.
Rebecca?
Sorry,
You mean
Jill. As all girls are the same in this game.
Well, Jill and Rebecca do have one thing in common. They're both the only ones who can do, like, the medicine puzzle. So, when you do Chris's campaign, you have to switch to Rebecca to do that.
Okay.
In Jill's campaign, we may not have to do it at all, but I'll leave that till later. A little surprise.
Okay. I like surprises in video games. Not dogs jumping through the windows, kind of surprise. That's a bit off-putting.
Man, the dog meme is so overblown. No, everyone's like, oh, the dogs, oh, it was so scary. I mean, it's not that scary. There's worse stuff in this game, I think.
It's more startling than scary. It's like a jump scare. It's kind of... It's not titled correctly. It's more like a jump style, really.
We're getting into some good terminology here, man. Some good stuff.
You ever play Five Nights at Freddy's, Brit?
Oh man, that's what the kids are playing these days.
I won't fucking touch this stuff. Don't expect a playthrough on HFC anytime soon.
Oh, we're getting the lockpick. The lockpick? The lockpick.
Thank you. Although the kicking off the locks sounds pretty high, if I'm not gonna lie.
You were saying?
What was I saying? Oh yeah, on
Whatever.
the Patreon tier, like the highest one, it's like, pledge and you get a fucking game of your choice. It says nothing about PC, it's mostly the console, so haha, no Five Nights at jump scares for me, haha!
I'm pretty sure there's some jump scare console games around there. I don't know.
Well, you know someone's going to try and make old NTom's heart stop ticking, but I digress. Now that we've got the lockpick, I guess we have access to quite a large portion of the mansion, right?
Yeah. Well, you see, in Chris's campaign, he doesn't get the lockpick. He has to find a separate key that serves the same purpose as the lockpick.
Okay.
So, but with the lockpick, we bypass those doors. Another reason why Jill is way more competent than Chris in this game. To like a sort of laughable extent, actually. Chris is pretty useless. he can carry less items as well. He can carry 6. We can carry 8, as you can see here.
Interesting. Well, you know, he wouldn't become proficient until he was voiced by Roger Craig Smith. Then he had the power of a hedgehog and the ability to break boulders.
You're ruining the purity of Resident Evil with this kind of talk.
Well, you're the one who didn't choose remake. Just saying. Oh, he's crawling. He's coming towards you.
I don't think it's Roger Craig Smith in remake. I might be wrong about that. But oh, by the way, I picked up the map there. Not that I need it, of course. I'm just, you know, I just wanted to show where you get it.
That's fine, that's fine.
Oh, there we go. You're going to see a lot of me sort of like running up against walls as the camera changes.
Alright, let's get this out of the way. How do you feel about tank controls?
I think they're the only... Oh, wait, hold on. There we
Oh,
go. It's a dog.
iconic.
There you are you spooked? Are you scared?
It broke new ground!
Broke new windows.
Oh, nice.
I'm a genius. Anyway, yeah, no, tank controls. It's the best way to play this game because obviously the cameras are changing all the time. You need to be able to hold forward and move forward as the cameras are changing. So.
Never actually heard a decent defense of tank controls before that, but that makes logical sense.
Yeah, I mean, it's why there's other games like Devil May Cry or whatever, where they have regular controls, or Silent Hill 4 does this as well, where the cameras are fixed, but the movement's normal. So you run into a different camera, and then suddenly you'll turn the other way because suddenly the direction you're pushing the analog stick has changed. Some games work around that, and they have to tweak it a lot, but this is the easiest way to get through that.
What was the deal with the thing that was holding the shotgun and going up, by the way?
Okay, I'll explain this. I'm just going to turn my phone off, because it just did a beep. So, just, yeah, say something fun.
We're going through the door, it's locked, Charlie is fumbling in the background, Jill is probably going to become a sandwich soon, unless she managed to get out of the room. Just kind of spinning in place.
Sorry about that, did we get through that?
No, we're still here, actually.
Jill?
The shotgun on the wall back there, unless you replace it with a fake shotgun that's found elsewhere in the mansion, this trap will be triggered. So if you play as Chris, you need to get that replacement shotgun. But if you're playing as Jill, Barry comes and saves the day.
It was a lock kick, you were right all along.
I think, depending on the routes you take through the mansion, though, sometimes Barry doesn't show up. So, I think this is the proper way to get him to appear.
Too close. You were almost a Jill sandwich.
Nice!
Applause!
Thanks for saving my life.
The original meme.
What do you think of Mr. Barry Burton, bro?
What do you mean, what do I think of him? I don't know him personally.
You know damn well what I meant.
He's got big hands. Big hands.
He could crush Jill's head like a grape.
Let's get back to searching for the lost captain and Chris, shall
Barry's great, you know. Off he goes. Bye.
I'll just deal with zombies on my own then, I guess. Bye.
Yeah.
A lot of splitting up in this game.
Yeah, you'd think an epic commando unit like Stars wouldn't fall prey to like B-movie tier, cliches and whatnot, but Resident Evil is pretty, it's pretty genre defining according to Wikipedia. I would agree with that, even if it is a bit of a cliche term itself.
Whenever they meet up, they're never like really that bothered by the zombies either. It's like, oh, there's some crazy stuff going on. They're never like, losing their minds like any normal person would be.
Yeah, it's like, oh, here comes another leper, better shoot him in the head.
Okay, so this is a pretty classic puzzle. I think it's in like loads of games. It's the order these paintings from youngest, like there are people in the paintings. Order them from youngest, from baby to adult. It's basically what you got to do.
Resi 4 had one of these where you have to like switch around. Basically, there's like pictures of dead people, and you just have to like get the right combination.
Yeah, if you get it wrong, these crows come and get you. So.
Oh. I just love the way they're perching by the searchlights. Like, giving you a direct view of who you're gonna peck the eyes out of.
Exactly. Well, it's actually quite nerve-wracking when you come in here because you think they're just gonna come for you. But if you get the puzzle right, all's good.
Do they get shot down? That would actually be pretty high.
I think I'm taking my time to make sure I've seen them all before I start inputting the code.
That crow in the foreground. Oh, I'm easily amused.
These polygon crows, man. So yeah, we're trying to get the first emblem. Now, Resident Evil doesn't tell you this, but our first main objective is to get out of the mansion, and to do that we need 4 emblems. So if we complete this puzzle, we'll get one of them. It's interesting because you're also collecting keys to unlock all the doors in the mansion. So you may think you need to get all the keys, but we actually can't get all the keys yet. So Oh, I did it.
Why did they set up this puzzle? It makes no logical sense.
Well, let me just break out a bit of Resi lore here. I can't remember I think it's I can't remember who made the mansion. Was it Spencer who made them? I mean, it's called the Spencer Mansion. Did he make it?
Well,
Or was...
he probably had it commissioned. He didn't make it with his two hands.
Yeah. Spencer was the... He got someone else to do it. I think it was called something Trevor. And he built the mansion. But then they, like... and he built all the... They told him to build all the traps as, like, fun jokes.
Okay.
But then, like, when he was walking around one day, he found that they'd made them lethal without his permission. So, that's how that came about.
Oh, right. He didn't realise he ordered the lethal trap package, then. He wanted the fun times package.
Okay, so we're gonna get to our first save room here.
Nice. Oh, the chill music. It is incoming.
There's a lot of fumbling around in this playthrough with health items and boxes and shit.
Well, you know, was the first of its kind.
That's the charm, though, I guess. Oh, there we go. Got a bit caught on some...
Wait, there's no music here. Did they add that for the remake?
Oh, we're gonna have to talk about the music in this version of the game.
Ooh, okay.
Are you not hearing any music right now?
No, I'm not.
Damn, there should be. Whatever. I can't account for every...
I mean, you didn't emulate this, did you? You just recorded it off a disc.
No, I got the PSN download from the American store.
There you go.
This is as premium as you get, man.
Well, that's the game's fault then.
Alrighty, so I think this is when we have to talk about JoJo when I'm in this fucking menu.
Well, I know how ink ribbons function as like usable save slots and whatnot, so I've never been a fan of that. I prefer how Resi 4 dealt with it. But that's a more action-oriented game compared to this. Here it's like survival horror at its fullest. You got to manage your inventory. You got to make sure you're not, being overzealous with your shots. Try and conserve ammo as best you can, because you never know when you're going to get more.
Why are you acting so, like, above it all when you're bringing up the save points? You're like, yeah, I know about the ink ribbons, whatever. Like, the audience might not.
I mean, this game only came out in 1996.
I think, yeah. Yeah, no, the ink ribbons are good. Obviously, it makes you, think more about when to save. It just makes it a little more spooky, If you die, you might go back a long-ass way. Mm-hmm. So, don't die. But they do give you quite a lot if you know what you're doing. I think it's really there for overly cautious, nervous people.
Yeah.
Who will want to save constantly. But really, you don't have to. I think I saved like 7 times. Which is actually quite a lot, to be honest. Did that for the playthrough more than anything.
Oh, no!
See me trying to sneak by that guy and conserve some ammo? Didn't go well.
Yeah, Solid Snake, you would not.
But yeah, you can beat the game without saving. Like that's, I think you unlock something for doing it. I'm not sure.
Isn't there like something you get bonuses depending on how many times you saved or whatnot?
I don't know. I think it's just if you beat it without saving, you get something. That might be remake though. I don't know. There's like 50 versions of this game, man.
Yeah.
Oh, he got back up. Oh, I know he's dead.
They all wear the same jacket. It's very odd.
I don't know, maybe it was the uniform.
Yeah, you gotta become a zombie soon. Just put on these tag rags.
Oh, I think we're about to meet Barry again.
Nice.
Barry!
Jill.
You were almost a Jill sandwich again.
No, but something's wrong.
Oh, something's wrong with this house. Ooh.
Well, what tipped you off, Jill? Was it the dead people walking around? Was it the ceiling coming down, threatening to turn you into a Greg's delicious treat?
This is ace detectives we're dealing with here. On top of their game.
Okay, let's separate again.
Oh, for fuck's sake, stick together!
We do actually get to team up with Barry for a bit later. So.
Okay.
It's really
like 5 hours later, they get sensible about this nonsense.
Oh, it's not the kind of co-op you'd find in like Resident Evil 5 or 6. Let's put it that way.
I have this.
Thank you. I'll take this then.
We'll gave us some grenades, which we don't actually get as Chris. You don't get the grenade launcher as Chris.
What, is Chris like hard mode or something?
I mean, I don't know. He's like the default the selection at the start, but I don't really know.
That's probably why I had such a hard time in like Resident Remake.
Oh yeah, he's definitely. I think Jill takes a little more damage. I'm not 100% sure about that, but everything else Jill has way easier.
What's the deal with that knife in your inventory, by the way?
I don't know. Didn't I put that away? I should have put that away. There's no point in me having that knife on me.
Well, I might be thinking of like a spiritual echo of your inventory. Oh, yeah, I've got all kinds of terms.
We'll see. We'll find out soon enough. Oh my god, it's Forest. Ah. See, there's no knife in there. There's no knife, Tom.
It's fine. It's fine. Dun dun!
He's been pecked to death by crows. That's funny. You don't actually trigger the crows unless you approach him, so I could just go to the left. Don't know why. I decided to go up to him.
You've got to keep the grand charade going.
Absolutely.
Those crows were hired for a specific purpose, and if you deny them that purpose, they'll just end up, like, eating breadcrumbs and exploding.
Well, at least they're better than the poor crows in the frickin' painting room. So they sit around all day waiting for someone to fuck up a puzzle.
It's a living! Oh, look at that beautifully upholstered carpet.
There's a door over there in Remake. They added like a bunch more rooms. So I think I'm going to break out the grenade launcher. Like, you get so much ammo in Jill's campaign, you really are in no, like, worry of running out.
I remember this area being much less lit in the remake.
Lit? Like it wasn't as good?
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't as bouncing.
You know what I mean. I'm talking about, like, illuminated right here.
Okay. Oh, hello. Oh, oh. Hey, there we go. He's dead.
Couldn't you have taken him out of a handgun?
I wanted to use the grenade launcher to show it off in this playthrough video we're doing, Tom.
Ah, yes. This Let's Play, walkthrough, playthrough video talky thing, yeah.
We're showing off the hype tools you get in this game. Even though I did, like, spend, like, 5 minutes aiming, it's whatever. Okay.
She was very stoic pushing that thing over the balcony. It's like, yeah,
I know.
This is gravity and this is what's happening now. Loading screen.
Hearing that clock.
Not a fan of this wallpaper.
I think these zombies just vomit on you, to be honest. Oh yeah, there we go.
Okay. Well, so they've evolved beyond the need to buy it, and now they just burn their victims to death.
I think you'll notice it's way better to just avoid the zombies, which is what I'm doing, than actually bother with them.
You attempt to, most of the time. Sometimes you're not successful.
Oh, here we go. Oh, loading screen saves you once again.
Nice. Be interesting if they could actually interfere with you during the loading of screens, and a bit of tension. And we get music here. Not sure why it wasn't present in the other save room.
I think there's one zombie in the entire game that goes through a door, but I don't think I meet him in this playthrough.
Nice.
So, sorry. Okay, what are we doing? Just putting all my shit away. Oh no, sorry, it's called the bazooka, not the grenade launcher, my mistake.
Hadoy!
Some, like, Crash Bandicoot shit we're dealing with here.
You're shooting Wumpa Fruit at the zombies and whatnot.
Okay, yeah, I spend maybe a little too much time thinking about things in here. But that's kind of half the gameplay of Resident Evil. There's not much to the combat. Most of it is being in this menu, deciding what you're going to take with you.
Yeah.
That's the puzzle. That's the fun of the game.
He was very polite, just waiting for you to come out of the save room, and you ran right into that guy. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, I thought I oh no!
2 in a row!
Okay. Armor key needed to get in that one.
Mm-hmm. I've always had a slight fascination with the Resident Evil system of, like, finding specific keys and whatnot to unlock doors. I don't know why.
Fascination.
I'm sorry, I'm very OCD about stuff, okay?
Okie dokie.
I sense the judgment. Right. It's permeating through Discord.
Okay, so that chemical we picked up in the other save room on the other side of the mansion, you put that in here, and it will kill this zombie plant guy. Obvious, right?
It could have just been a very tiny octopus.
It could have been, yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, no, okay, yeah, we made it. Moving harder than the actual enemy in the way.
The final boss is just like a very, very small maze. You just have to navigate around it with a timer and whatnot.
It's just like a tightrope, that's all it is. Just get to the other side. See, look at all these health items, it's crazy.
Well, you know,
So many.
if you're gonna find like an abundance of herbs, like in the greenhouse or whatever, would probably be your best bet.
As usual, combine red with the green, and you get like the super weed.
Yes. So I was just thinking, is the blue herb in this game?
Yes.
Okay.
Though it's pretty useless.
I think they got rid of that for later games.
Yeah, I don't think, yeah. It was just for poison and stuff, and like 2 enemies poison you in this game. Ooh, another one.
More? Man, they're spoiling us. And at the end of a part, no less.
Yeah, and to finish off the part, we get our first key, which I think is the armor key.
Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous.
I think I'm going to double check right now. Ooh, gotta examine to know what kind of key you got. Investigating. And yes, indeed, it is the armor key. That will do us for this part, Tom.
We'll see you next time for another part of Resident Evil.